Have you seen the argument between Zelensky and Trump in America in the Oval Office?
Yes, I saw it. I saw it, and it was very intense, interesting. You cannot say if maybe Trump and Vance they had prepared it. I have such impression. I think they maybe arranged it a little bit. I don't know in which what part of was spontaneous, what part was arranged, but it's pretty unusual to invite all the reporters and cameras and all those, I don't know, also the senators or who was there in the background, a man asking about the suit or about the sweater of this Zelensky, and then do such pressure on the president of Ukraine. It was not usual.
And what do you think the motivation would be for setting up an attack on Zelensky?
I don't know. It's that there is definitely many layers. What I can see in this visit or in this interview, or no, it was not interview, in this conversation. I don't want to say negotiation, but one of let's say thing what I see is that the President Trump is somehow okay. He was. Don't forget about his mission, and the mission is make America first again. So I believe he is always dealing in behalf of this mission first. So there could be many different interests behind what he is doing, and I would say from, let's say, a man who was pretty egocentric, he is now, let's say, US-centric, which could be very good for the Americans, but it's not enough if he's a president of United States and dealing worldwide. So I think he needs to grow from US-centric to world-centric, at best cosmos-centric, because then it changes his perspective and he will feel, at least, if not know, but he will feel that if he gains something separately as a US, somebody or something on this planet, in this world, will lose, which is never-ending spiral. So being US-centric, nice, sure. I like that he moved a lot of things, also here in Europe as well. This is what I feel is very positive, because these bureaucrats here in Europe and all this, let's say, status quo and all these things are now at least wake up. But just being on one side is not enough to let's say keep the world peace, because you need to go behind all these polarities, and that means not to be US-centric, but more to be world-centric, seeing all perspective and dealing in names of, let's say, benefit of all people, not only of US. But I understand his position anyway. So this is the main impression what I have from Trump.
And how do you think it could be connected to the minerals deal? Like the attack, do you think it had any connection to it?
Yeah, that's also interesting, because I don't know what the content of this of this contract should be, but it reminds me on this times when US bought, for example, Alaska for several millions, $7.2 million, I believe, at that time. And at that time it was it was treated like not a good deal, but from, let's say, longer time perspective, you see it was great deal, 7.2 million for Alaska.
And also they bought Louisiana for 15 million. I think that's also a really good deal.
Exactly, because the Napoleon wanted to finance his wars, and for 15 millions buying the middle US. So perhaps Zelensky is aware somehow of this, that he is selling his country. I don't know, the US, they want 50% of all these minerals in Ukraine.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. Maybe yes. So anyway, but on the other hand, there is, let's say, a big leverage. On the other side, there are people dying each day. So now, is it a business, or is it fuck the business here and let's say go deep and see the reality? This is a war here. But Trump is a businessman, and Trump makes America great again. So, and this is, I think, long-term disadvantage of Trump if he will remain just at this position, if he will not grow from this, let's say, America-centric to world-centric leader. And
but it could be his tactic to go extreme and then slowly come back a bit.
yes, sure. It's absolutely that's why also I don't think that it was spontaneous this conversation. I think they prepared it. They somehow maybe decided they will roast Zelensky.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was interesting, and it was also for me possibility to see way how you cannot make peaceful deals and peaceful conversations as opposites. It's true here. So if for Trump is more important to show how he strong is, yes, okay, he show it. But what did he reach? I don't know.
And the other interesting thing from that meeting was that they kept saying, "Have you said thank you?" And they put a lot of pressure on the thankfulness of Zelensky.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, this is also. I think it's valid. If it is true, $350 billion already were sent to Ukraine. Maybe not in the cash only, but in the, let's say, military equipment, all this stuff. Then I remember even Zelensky threatening to Europe and to our countries, if you don't help us, then you will be the next one, and you have to help us. Even this let's say, dictatorship way, telling us you have to help us. So we can tell him, no, we don't need to help you. But his argument then could be, if you don't, then you will be the next. So yes, this is very sensitive thing, but just seeing the Ukrainian people here in Czech, so then I know them a little bit because we also cooperate them there. They are different. They are not. This is not their mentality to be, let's say, so thankful and, let's say, too grateful and respectful to others. They are more or less also very centric, and partly I would say it's part of, let's say, the Ukrainian characteristic of the mentality, and partly I would say it's valid. He should say thank you, even if he has a very strong argument, especially to Europe. You will be the next, or you could be the next. We fight for you. This is his words. Yes, probably yes, but it doesn't mean that he should not say thank you. You know, I saw Zelensky 2 years ago opening the New York Stock Exchange, having some, let's say, speech there because another billions were sent to Ukraine. So, and it was about the business, about this, but saying just thank you, no. I would say, so in this way, I agree, but, again, do you want to fight who is right here, who is the stronger here, or do you want to really go to the future and create a peace? And this way, what they shout in the TV, this is not the way how you create a peace. So yeah, this is maybe the main message, but let's see what the future will bring us.
Would you like to make a prediction?
Would you like to make a prediction? No. No, it could really, it's very dramatic, and you know, the Putin is celebrating Победа, so already victory, which I think this is maybe the main message of all these things is that this is really so absurd. Really so absurd, like the people, the leaders who know each other dealing behind the one table, they send people in the battlefield killing themselves, people who don't know each other, and you know, on behalf of these people speaking on one table, I will kill another guy. It's so absurd, and the Putin is celebrating victory. Trump, he wants the minerals from Ukraine. Ukraine says we are fighting for you, Europe, and all this, and NATO is powerless. So
in the meantime, the soldiers fighting on the front line and killing each other constantly.
That's it. That's absurdity. That's so nonsense. All this thing.